everyone, how are you doing? Happy Saturday. Hope you are doing well. Welcome to my not impromptu, but not a live, it's just a recording of this podcast. Again, I hope you guys have had a great, well, at least I hope you're having a great weekend. And as you know, we are a channel that's supposed to do Duchess of Sussex, Harry, Meghan, Archie, Baby Lily, Mama Doria, Pula Guy, this chicken, some Mama Mia, all of us here at Sussex Squad. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, our faves are, as they've been, very quiet. Somewhere in Montecito under a tree, as we like to think of them. Hey, we're very happy that they're there. Whatever it is they're doing, as long as they're having fun doing it. So yeah, they've been pretty quiet, but we got a little bit of news from Archwell, and so it's very exciting. Now that Harry and Meghan have done all their, looking back as they call it, as what happened in the past. As we saw from really from Oprah, we saw from Archetypes, we've also seen the 6-part Harry and Meghan docu-series, and we have Spare. So there did a lot of looking back, and now they are looking forward. And with new hires to Archwell, some people that were there who were working on the looking back projects are now transitioning out, and new people are coming in for new scripted work, possibly season 2 of Archetypes. We also do have the Heart of Invictus coming up, and whatever else that in the pot, boiling, cooking, or maybe just marinating. So our faves are doing great. And we got this article yesterday from Variety, and so they gave us a little bit of our insight as to what Archwell looking forward means. And so very exciting. It says Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, have made key new hires and promotions at their umbrella company Archwell. And Harry and Meghan bolster Archwell with new hires, promotions. It's an exclusive they have. So maybe Archwell team briefed, gave the exclusive to Variety, or he just came through the pipe, or however, but Variety got the story. And so these are a couple of the new hires and changes that's coming in to Archwell. It says Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, have made key new hires and promotions at the umbrella company Archwell. It says entering its third year, the audio, philanthropic, and content production operations continue to grow. In the audio, Serena Regan has been named head of podcast. I think that was Rebecca Sananis. She is leaving. Oh, she left already, actually. Joining the Archwell Foundation, the couple's philanthropic arm, is Shauna Knapp, having served as Vice President of Philanthropic at SB Projects since 2018. She joins as co-executive director and will work alongside executive director James Holt. So that's a big undertaking. So James Holt got some help. And also Miranda Barbeau, or Barbot, however she says it, has been named Director of Global Communications and Press Secretary. Marin Thomas has been named Manager of Communications and will work alongside Disha Tank. So those are some really cool people coming in. I know Farah, I don't know what her last name is, I don't remember her last name. Ben Browning as well. He also was part of the unscripted, like Harry and Meghan docu-series, etc. He was the head of that. So they have done a fantastic job. And gosh, I mean, that stuff is just, it did so well and so above expectations. It's amazing, say Harry and Meghan docu-series, or even the launch of Spare, as chaotic as it was with the release date and with the book leaking and all. But it's been beyond their wildest dreams, the kind of the kind of success it has. I mean, it's amazing. So Thara, Ben Browning, Rebecca Sonanis, they did a fantastic job as they were there. But again, they are transitioning out at the end of the year, which is what they said, and then the new crop of people are coming in. So Archwell is now looking forward to all their new projects that really has nothing to do with, say, the royal family, although they still are like, Meghan is going to write a memoir. I'm sure she may do eventually, but I think now they are just focused on looking ahead at all the wonderful things that they have. So kudos, Archwell. Yes, very much looking forward to seeing what they have in store. And please update your website. Like, I think Harry and Meghan forget they have a website. Like, please update it. And put in there that Harry's #1 bestseller. Hello. I really think they forget that they have a website. But Christopher Boozy, his platform, his social media platform, is launching February 1st. So it would be great for, this will be a great way for Archwell to get back on social media, because it's going to be a safe site, minusing trolls and all of that stuff. And so who knows, maybe we'll see an Archwell Unspoutable. That would be awesome. So who knows, we'll keep our fingers crossed for that. What else is happening? Oh, Spare. So many wonderful things with Spare. So many people are just loving this book, and I just wanted to do a few minutes of just doing some Spare review. These are not, they're not fresh. Some of them are writers and directors and politicians and stuff like that, and teachers, universities commenting on Spare. And so we're going to do a little bit of a review and just to see what people are saying about Spare. This one there, I think it's like a Rhode Island Herald or something it's called, says Spare is more than an explosive blow against Buckingham Palace. It's an invitation to rethink our treatment of others in a world of gossip and clickbait. It is a reminder that no one is spared from human struggles. Most of all, it challenges us to question how we are willing to sacrifice, how much we are willing to sacrifice to protect those we love. And below that, Donna Wilkins, she has like a reading community. She says, well-written and engaging, Prince Harry holds nothing back and delivers a narrative that makes you stay up entirely too late, reading just one more chapter. Through his story, I came to adore this young man. Highly recommended. Really awesome. Daniela Brink says, what would Charles and Camilla think when what could Charles and Camilla think they're conveying by maintaining a camaraderie with the tabloid press that has behaved so noxiously to members of their own family, with articles that have been so ugly and even racist? And so she is referencing the New York Times article that wrote about Spare. And so quite a few people, commented on that. And Tony Jackson at the bottom says, I am halfway through Spare, but far enough to make an observation or two. Our gutter press has sensationalized the event, which he has mentioned almost in passing, with an understated nuance, thus proving his point. He is a grieving son, first and foremost, all power to him. So I love that. I absolutely love that. And we have some more. Captain Wells figures that I'm so glad Prince Harry and Meghan got away from the toxic British media and racist royal family. God knows what could have happened to them and their children had they stayed. Prince Harry's memoir is just the tip of the iceberg, and it is surely much worse. And we'll read a couple more from this page. In the middle it says, a review. While Prince Harry's tell-all memoir is filled with the brim with scandalous anecdotes and royal family gossip, the book truly shines in Harry's honest description of his journey through grief, healing, ultimately belonging. Also says on the bottom right says when Prince Harry talks about how everyone was envious of how good Meghan was at the job, it felt a bit aggrandizing. Then I saw this and I realized, oh no, Meghan has skill set. None of them have. Princess Anne isn't doing problems and creating brand partnership solutions. Yes, when they see Meghan, it's like, she's got something. No wonder they well, at least they ran her off. Also, Josephine at the top right says, yes, researchers, historians, academics all see Harry's book Spare as a gold mine to learn from. Spare is for both current and future generations. Yeah, absolutely. And the bottom left says, Spare is excellent as a memoir reader, writer, and teacher. I recommend it highly. Passion, honest reflections, beautiful and soulful writing about loss, love, and the veteran's life, and societal issues, misinformation, and the corruption of journalism that should concern us all. So awesome reviews for Spare and a few more. Adrian says, childhood trauma is real. Step up for MH or mental health. When you see what mental health is all about and seek help, the world opens up. And Primal Beauty Natural says, reading Prince Harry's book Spare takes you on an emotional journey. Sadness, crying, intrigue, shock, horror, and Todger, joy and happiness, peace. Wow, just wow. I totally agree. Mumble Capture says, I am from the UK and Prince Harry's memoir has exposed the corruption at the heart of its society. Take a good hard look at how it is seen by the world. It's not pretty and everyone can see it globally. At the bottom left, Brian Cox says, excellent take on Spare and the work Prince Harry is doing to shine the light on the gross practices by England's media, and much of the time is lockstep with other members of the royal family. Collusion. And he's referring to the article, the New York Times article. And Melissa also responding to the New York Times article, that Prince Harry is right. It says, this sums it up well. I just finished reading the memoir and wow, what Harry and Meghan have been through is absolutely horrible. So people are reading this and it is just great to see random people. None of these people are Scotties, just random people just blown away by Spare. So I'm telling you, that's the one thing people have not been able to say, that this was not well written, that it is not a good book. Whether you agree with it or not, it is a fantastic book. So I'm just grateful to have the opinions of all of these people on social media. And changing the subject. Definitely changing the subject. Well, you know what, actually, why don't I do this? Why don't I do some music? Because I haven't had to change music in a long time. So let's do a little bit of change music. Let's see. Ooh. Yes, okay. Not that the next section is, majorly dramatic, but it's good to just have I don't know. It's just good to have a little bit of a change sometimes. So now we can go back to, very quiet sound in the background. There we go. A little bit of a quiet sound in the background there. But I'm assuming many of you might remember this. Flybe! Yes, that's right. Flybe. Breaking from Press Association breaking. Airline Flybe has ceased trading and all scheduled flights have been cancelled. And the UK Civil Aviation Authority says, yes, we all remember Flybe very well. Flybe was the airline that Kate, as you can see, Kate, William, and their brood decided to pull a stunt. Pull this we're flying by budget airline stunt, and then it turns out they had to bring an empty plane to pick them up, and basically polluted the air that they're claiming that, oh, no, we're flying cheap, but that dastardly Harry and Meghan flying on a private jet, and so we will all remember this stunt. Well, Flybe is now, they've canceled all their flights and the aviation decided, and so they are basically going into bankruptcy. That's what this whole issue is. And so I just feel like, you know what, karma is touching people's lives that came after Harry and Meghan. I can only imagine next Simon Case, probably thinking like, oh my goodness, what is going on? But he is as, corrupt and dirty as it comes. So, and we all know that Simon Case is the one that set up this mess. So it says airline bosses flew empty aircraft 123 miles to Norfolk to pick up the Prince William and Kate because they wanted Flybe branding shown off for royal publicity stunt. And again, this publicity stunt was very much viral because of what they did to Harry and Meghan, and really a couple months old, a few months old, I think it was 4-month-old baby Archie, when they went off, they were so beaten down. Elton John invited them to his villa in France, and they took, he sent his plane for them and everything, and the press went after them because of this Flybe stunt, this budget flight, this budget airlines that Kate and William supposedly had, only to find out it was a big stunt to throw Harry and Meghan under the bus and baby Archie. All of that was engineered by this creep, Simon Case. That's right. Simon Case is the one that did set up all that Flybe jet thing that really threw Harry and Meghan under the bus. And thank you, Camilla Tominey. Probably for the first time in her life, she told the truth. And Stacey Abrams says, a broken clock is right twice a day. So there you go. Camilla Tominey is right. She was writing this piece for The Spectator. It says Boris Johnson's number one man was behind Will and Kate's budget flight to Balmoral when Harry and Meghan were criticized for flying private jets, says Camilla Tominey. And so there's like a whole bunch of mess that's going on in the British government, the past government, Boris Johnson government, and this government, and all at the center of all that mess, Simon Case, same Simon Case. So Indie Voices put out a piece that says, the question for Case is simple. Why the question for Case is simple and should not be avoided. What on earth did think he was doing getting involved with private finances of Boris Johnson, writes, and that's actually just a quote from the article, but at the bottom is really what I wanted to stress. The bottom, it says, and the headline is, why is Simon Case at the center of so many Tory scandals? And it's just like, we can't seem to get away from whether it's breaking COVID laws or all this stuff with Boris Johnson, all of that stuff. And, them having parties during COVID when they were not supposed to, when it was locked down. It was just so many things. And Simon Case is always at the center of all of them. And so I appreciate this question. Why is Simon Case at the center of so many Tory scandals? Because he just love it. And Prince Harry was very clear about Simon Case. We remember that he referred to Simon Case as the Fly. And, Queen's private secretary as the bee, and then the other one, the wasp. I think that was the King Charles's private secretary. But this is what Harry wrote in Spare about them, including the Fly. It says the Fly has spent much of his career adjacent to and indeed drawn to, I change it to poo-poo, to caca, the offal of government and the media, the wormy entrails. He loved it. He grew fat on it, rubbed his hands in glee. Though he presented otherwise, he strove to give off an air of casualness, of being above the being above the fray, coolly efficient and ever helpful. Harry goes on to say, I disliked these men, and they didn't have any use for me. They considered me irrelevant at best, stupid at worst, and above all, they knew how I saw them, as usurpers. Deep down, I fear that each man felt himself to be the one true monarch, and each was taking advantage of a queen in her 90s, enjoying his influential position while merely appearing to serve. So Harry went in on them, and he did not mince words with, the Fly, the Wasp, and the Bee. Of course, Simon Case is the Fly, and according to Harry, he is drawn to it. He is drawn to mess. And so, yep. So Harry was very clear on these kind of people. So again, Simon Case is mixed up in another pile of doo-doo, while Flybe is now about to file Chapter 11 or bankruptcy. So I'm telling you, Karma and the ancestors are working overtime. And staying in the UK, well, this is Prince Andrew. I'm like, UK people, are you all okay over there? I mean, this is a front page of the Telegraph. I'm like, I have to believe it's something in the water. Maybe it's the, raw sewage leaking into the water that is turning people crazy. But how are you going to put this in your front page? This apparently is Ghislaine Maxwell's sister and brother trying to recreate where Prince Andrew, I guess in his memoir or whatever you call it, Virginia had said that, Virginia had said that in her statement that, she had relations with Andrew in a bathtub, and then they moved to a room. And so just like Maxwell's, she had done an interview recently where she claimed Andrew was innocent. And so her sister and brother decided to try to go ahead and try to prove Virginia wrong and that she's a liar and all of that stuff. They decided to get into this bathtub with Andrew's face hiding behind Andrew and 17-year-old Virginia's face. Two grown adults fit into this bathroom. They were going in there to prove that, see, the bathtub is too small. You cannot have sexual relationship in this bathtub. But yet two grown people are sitting in the bathtub. I am like, oh my gosh. I'm like, I've never seen something this stupid before in my entire life, And of course, they said that Virginia's, her gag order would be up next month. So Andrew is desperately trying to get ahead of it. And I have no idea. I'm just going to leave them to this. But I just thought it was very, very funny. I'm like, y'all are crazy people to think this is okay for your front page. And it's just like, I'm like, this is madness. This is utter, utter, utter madness. So anyways, let's just leave them alone to do what they want because, and apparently it's reported now that the picture that with Andrew and Virginia with his arms around her, Andrew and these people were trying to claim it's fake. And all of a sudden it's not, because apparently royal friends in the Daily Mail have, I guess, seen the original and know that it's not fake. So whatever, we're just going to leave these people alone to do what they need to do. And then these two numpties, And as Hugo used to say, these numpties decided to go only at Kensington Palace would you be this stupid. You know, they decided to go off to, a couple of blocks away from Windsor Castle. As we know, they live in undergrounds of Windsor Castle. They live at Great Windsor Park. And so apparently close by to them is a food bank. They decided to show up there on Thursday completely with nothing. They did not bring a thing. They're going to a food bank. They decided to show up empty-handed. I mean, Prince William just inherited the Duchy of Cornwall, where they all have all of those duchy farms and all of that stuff. Are you going to tell me Prince William could not bring a basket of goodies, a basket of things for this food bank? Oh no, they just brought their smiles and their fake PR and all the, reporters, well, one reporter and all these cameras. This was a whole PR show. This was a whole PR show for William and Kate. And it just like, what an insult to the people who go to food banks, And so instead of, okay, they went, with nothing. They gave nothing other than their smiles. And, granted, the people were very happy. They said they were very happy that they came. And it was a surprise to them, I guess. And they went, and the people who worked there seemed satisfied. But then you look at, Kensington Royals page, their Twitter feed. It says, wonderful to spend some time with volunteers at Windsor Food Share this morning. The donation and food packages make sure a difference is made in the local area who needs them. To hope we were more help than a hindrance when it came to packing. And the funny thing with this statement is you would think they'll go bare-handed with nothing. They would at least put the link to, to the food bank. Oh no, they just posted this ridiculous video and that was it. That was the whole thing. And it's just like, are you people? So of course they are being dragged on Twitter. And, one of their reporters is blaming squatties. They're like, we are not paying attention to her, So they're getting roasted for that ridiculous photo op at their food bank. And literally, again, showing up with nothing. And if, again, take this with a grain of salt. But if this turned out to be legit, this account always they always tweet out what's going on in the royal family. So in the bottom it says, and I'm going to move myself out of the way so you can read it. Let's see. Okay. Oops. That's not what I want to do. There we go. So yeah. So if you believe, I'm just going to move my banner so that way I can read the bottom there. So if, with a grain of salt, because I couldn't verify this, but this campaign, this account seemed to have details of their Kate and William's visits to different charities, etc. This might be somebody on the inside who's posting this. I'm not sure. But they seem to have information on the Cambridges. And so this is what they said about this visit, this supposed visit, to Windsor Food Share. It says, Kate and William arrived at 10:35 a.m., left at 11:30. They talked outside, met with with the organizers, spoke to volunteers and had a tour packed for the press and left. They brought a reporter, photographers, 2 bodyguards, 2 cars, and 2 drivers. It's just like this whole shebang just to go, a few feet away from Windsor. It's just amazing to me. And so if this is really true, they literally just spent under an hour at this place. I don't know. I really don't know why there's support for these people. But again, they don't have Harry and Meghan to kick around. So it drops, and especially Kate. And of course, they're being dragged, and people are mocking them. And as you can see at the picture at the bottom, that was the outfit they wore in Jamaica when they really should not be. It's just like, I am like, it is so funny. The mock-ups of this that people are using it to mock them. And Richard, what's his name? Royal reporter. He is going crazy because people are going after Kate and William. He's trying to make all these excuses for them. And so I love this mock-up, of them being like colonizers and people lining up for the food bank. It's very, very powerful. So anyways, that's the crazy Windsors. Again, the least you think that they would do, since they went to this to the shelter with no food, is to leave a link at least, so that people can know how to contact the organization. Oh no, this is all they have on their website, plus like a little TikTok looking video, because they were so excited to go to a food a food bank, and so it's just ridiculous. It is utterly ridiculous that people, they are allowed to do that. People allow them to come into their charities without really getting much benefit from those royal visits at all. Because again, the least they could have done is put a link to the charity page of this organization so that people could start donating to them if they want to. But no, of course not. Anyways, away from I just knocked my headphones off. Away from Shutter Island and on to more pleasant things. 2 Cents Book Club. That is 2 Cents Crew members, book club. So it's called 2 Cents Book Club. We did a couple of weeks of Spare. It was wonderful, and I thought we'd continue. So this is for all of us who has joined the 2 Cents Crew. You are a member of the channel. Right now, if you go, and I just want to remind all of you who are members of the channel, maybe you didn't realize it, but all the communication that I do for the 2 Cents Crew is in our community page. So definitely go to our community page and see what's posted there. One of the things that's posted there is we are right now polling to see what book we would be reading on the last Saturday of February at 1 p.m. I think it's Saturday the 25th, I think, is the date at 1 p.m. for our next book club. So we are in the middle of voting for a book and to see which book that we would want to read. And so it's Just Mercy by Brian Stevenson, Michelle Obama, The Light We Carry, Trevor Noah, Born a Crime, and Tyler Perry, Higher is Waiting, and Oprah Winfrey, What I Know for Sure. So definitely go over to the community page and vote. Tomorrow evening, I'm going to close the voting and pick a book, and I will announce what book we are reading so we can be all read when we get together at the end of February to do our book club. So yeah, it'll be amazing. So again, the book club is for the members of the channel, the 2 Cents Crew. And so hope you guys are getting this, and you will run over to our community page and vote, and or leave us a bit of your wisdom. That it would be great too. But anyways, again, please go ahead and vote so we will have a book where we could review on the end of February. So anyways, that's it. Thank you so much, guys. I would be back on. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a podcast on Sunday. Probably not. Definitely, Lord willing, He keeps me alive and keeps us all alive. We'll be doing a podcast on Monday. So again, please go ahead and vote so we can get a book. That would be awesome. So anyways, thank you. you to our wonderful moderators who will not be on the chat because there is no chat for this video, but they are always there making sure we have a wonderful time in our chats. So Lydia, Church Nelly, Karen, and Cookies and Cream, thank you so much for your incredible work. Also, thank you to our wonderful 2 Cents Crew members who support the channel on a monthly basis. It is amazing. Thank you all so much for your support, and also to all of our Gold Star supporters who support us via super chat, super thanks, super stickers, any of the way, in person, and also purchasing merchandise when you'd like. So thank you all so much for your support. I really appreciate it. So anyways, thank you guys so much, and have a fantastic week. And I'm sorry, not week, fantastic weekend. I was like, fantastic week, that's not right. Have a fantastic rest of the weekend, and most likely I will see you on Monday. Have a great night. Bye.